Good evening, all. This is Jaquilla, your realtor, and it is Wednesday. And you know what Wednesday is? It's Well Informed Wednesday on real estate with Jaquilla, your realtor. So I've been meaning to do this video since this morning, but it's been one of those days where it's just stuff. So I am sitting in front of an address waiting on a client to get here, and I said now is the best time to go ahead and do it. With all that's going on in the world as far as race is concerned, I thought I would double back on this initiative called Fair Housing for All. And I'll give you a little backdrop of it, and it's really on the heels of the 48th anniversary of the passing of the Fair Housing Act in 1968. April is Fair Housing Month, and I include the fair housing portion in my buyer's consultation and my seller's consultation when I have them initially meeting a new buyer or seller. I want to go ahead and be the forefront of, I don't care what color you are, what sex you are, what sex you're attracted to, what your religion is, what color you are, whether you're deaf, in a wheelchair, whatever. If you desire to have home ownership, then I desire to be your realtor. That is, if you're ready, willing, and able. You could be ready to buy a home, but you're really not ready, willing, and able. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm ready for the Martians to land, because some of you humans want to continue to rent, and that's fine too. Let the Martians come in, and let the Martians buy some property, houses, apartment buildings, condos, lakefront, whatever. Anyway, back to reality. It's important to reflect that every person in Miss America has access to the same housing choice and economic possibilities as anyone else, color, creed, religion, what have you. So we have this new theme, the National Association of Realtors, which I pay into each year, that enables me to carry this sign and call myself a realtor. So every real estate agent is not a realtor, but of course your realtor is. Anyway, so the National Association of Realtors theme for this year is Fair Housing for All. And the Fair Housing Act protects the right of every person in America to live where they choose. However, many continue to have their options limited because of how they look or where they come from or because they have a disability. Personally, my husband at the time and I bought a home in Conyers. I'm from Miami. He's from Chicago. Why were we in Conyers? Well, we were in Conyers because the agent that we worked with only showed us houses in DeKalb and Rockdale, despite the fact that we were living on a very affluent street, Roswell Road in Sandy Springs. He took us where he wanted us to be, and we bought in Conyers. Loved the home, absolutely loved the home. Lost it on the first offer. It came back up and we snagged it, but I often ask myself, how did I wind up in Conyers? And it's all my agent's fault because he didn't care about what we wanted. He steered us towards Conyers. Luckily, it worked out to where I absolutely love my home, love the neighborhood, love the government, love the policing, love the school system, just love Conyers on a whole. But everybody needs to have the option to be able to move where they want to, when they want to, under their terms. So with all that said, as we commit ourselves to working together to create communities of opportunity, since I work in homeownership, that's what I'm focusing on, let us reflect on Article 10 of the Realtor Code and Ethics, which states, and I will read, Realtors shall not deny equal professional services to any person for reasons of race, color, religion, sex, handicap, familial status, national origin, sexual orientation, or gender identity. That one's new. Realtors shall not be parties to any plan or agreement to discriminate against a person or persons on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, handicap, familial situation, national origin, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Realtors in their real estate employment practices shall not discriminate against any person or persons on the basis of, again, let's say it together, race, color, religion, sex, handicap, familial status, national origin, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Let the legacy of the Fair Housing Act, which was inspired by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., be an inspiration for all of us to work harder, both in our businesses and our personal lives, to make this a truly United States of America. On top of that, let me go ahead and talk about the Fair Housing Declaration, which I will post in my office, frame and post in my office. I already included my buyer's consultation, but you can never have more awareness, more things to look at to inspire you to be a better you, to be an equal opportunity you. So it says, I agree to provide equal professional service without, here we go again, regard to race, color, religion, sex, handicap, familial status, national origin, or sexual orientation of any prospective client, customer, or of the residents of any community. Keep informed about fair housing laws and practices, improving my clients and customers' opportunities and my business. Develop advertising that indicates that everyone is welcome to and not excluded. Expand my clients' and customers' opportunities to see, buy, and lease property. Inform my clients and customers about the rights and responsibilities under the fair housing laws, and provide them with brochures and other information, because that will not be tolerated. And you will be informed. And you will be shot down if you even attempt to jokingly to see how far you could push me or what have you. I'm not having it. If you want to buy a home, it does not matter. Let's go. Martians, let's go. Document any effort to provide professional service which will assist me in becoming a more responsive and successful realtor. Refuse to tolerate non-compliance. There we go. Learn about those who are different from me and celebrate those differences. Take a positive approach to fair housing practices and aspire to follow the spirit as well as the letter of law. And lastly, develop and implement fair housing practices for my firm to carry out the spirit of this declaration. So again, that will be framed and put up in my home office. Couple more things to add while we're sitting here. Wanted to mention 82.3%. That's the number of realtors, not real estate agents, but realtors currently registered to vote. All realtors need to get registered to vote. Our voting is our power, so we need to make sure we govern that and make sure we secure it by voting and letting the powers know that our numbers are coming in monuments, and we want to be heard, seen, and we want things done in the proper way. If you're not registered to vote, you cannot vote for candidates who support realtor issues or in favor of public policies that promote homeownership. All right, so that's that. And lastly, I wanted to talk about the HUD approved home buyers workshop that I spoke on as a realtor. There was a panel of 4 of us, some realtors, a couple real estate agents, but at the end of the day, you don't have to be a realtor to be superb. It just so happens that I am. But I got a list of 2 pages of people who signed up for their interest in homeownership. And lastly, what I'm going to do, curls popping. I just put me some new red, I forgot what color it was. I think it was crimson adore on my hair, and finger coiled it and took it apart this morning. And it's one of those days where you don't know what your curl's gonna do, but today she is popping. I need to get me a haircut to set it off, and we'll be back in business. Anyway, back to thank you for your interest in homeownership. I guess I'll sit here and call these people and ask them, since the home buy workshop, what have you been doing? Are you ready? Speak to a lender. Come in for a buyer's consultation. Oh, do you have a house to sell? We can take care of that as well. One-stop shop. And kill a little time until my client gets here and show this last property, and then go back to Conyers, where I was steered by my real estate agent, but thank God I love it. Stop by Chick-fil-A. I feel like treating myself to some of their delicious lemonade, and stop by the store and get some bread. We're out of bread, and my little one wants a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Take it home, take me a bath, get on the bed and watch me some Power, and do this real estate thing again. A lot of the times I'm tired, frustrated, but most of the time I am totally engulfed with the spirit of homeownership, and that keeps me going. Again, if you're looking to purchase or sell and you have questions or concerns, or if you're on the fence and you just need some education, don't hesitate. You can reach out to your realtor Jaquilla at your realtor Jaquilla at 404-457-0869. Again, I love what I do. Why don't you come and check it out? And let's all do an omen to have the Martians come and buy up all the real estate from you. Anyway, just joking. All right, later, guys. Questions or concerns, post them below or give me a call, 404-457-0869.